braid Filipinos. I braided them. I can go to anywhere, Pangasinan, Manila, Zambales, Olongapo,
I
just to do
know.
that.
So, we've been trying for so long to have this interview, but one thing have to come up. But thank God today
We
we're
are here
finally going to do it.
today.
So, how are you?
I'm fine, and you? Gloria, I'm
I'm doing great.
shy. I never show myself for camera before for you two before, I swear.
You can
Okay,
do this.
serious. Mm-mm. Okay.
Okay, so what's up? What's happening in the Philippines?
We good, nothing, just typhoon. It's been raining for like 2 days now, so
Typhoon?
nothing.
Is there flood?
Yeah. My side, nothing. It's just the rain, but I think some other places it's flooded and landslide following the weather, Pagasa something.
Yeah, Pagasa. I missed all those weather updates when I was in the Philippines, and
No,
the
the only
most
time I'm missing it is this, like Walang Pasok. But
exactly
right
that's what I
now,
want to say. Walang pasok.
but right now, I don't feel like anything is happening. Just be at home, like just stay indoors.
Oh, anyway, to be fine, the first time I experienced typhoon in the Philippines, I got so scared that I thought the water would take me away. But as time goes on, I got used to it. I'm like, Typhoon, come on, where are you? Come here, witch. Where are you?
I I literally with my roommates then Josephine, we literally ran to Pastor Ngoz's house. Our first
I
time
know,
of
right? I know those
experience.
days. The water
It was
destroyed so
never
many
fun.
people's houses, documents. I could
It was
remember
never fun.
some
I was like,
Nigerians have to run away with their passports.
good old days.
But
That
thank
was
God we
7
don't
years
look like
now.
what we've been through.
Yeah, thank God. Like the journey so far.
So, how is life in the Philippines?
So far so good. Comparing last 7 years and today, we thank God for the journey
Last
so
seven
far.
years. How long you've been in the Philippines?
7 years,
Seven.
2014,
Oh my goodness.
2014,
So,
precisely April 30, 2014.
wow.
No, March 30, 2014. Yeah.
If I may ask, what made you come to the Philippines?
Hmm. Okay. The thing is this. I had my first degree, my first OND in Nigeria, IMT Enugu, for 2 years. Then my IT industrial training for 6 months. That's about 2 years and 6 months. Then I wanted to go into medicine and surgery. That was around 2013. Okay, I wanted to go into medicine and surgery, but um, the requirements and every other thing I couldn't meet up, so I had to take up post UME. No, it's not post UME. Is it post UME they call it? Direct entry exam.
Okay.
Direct entry exam. I wanted to. My dream has been to study in University of Nsukka as a medical student, but one thing led to another. The dream. Let me not say the dream was cut short. Something happened, and I
Okay.
decided to take up direct entry exam to UNN
Mm-hmm.
to study medical lab science. I and my
Mm-hmm.
friend Chi. So we read, we studied and everything. You know Nigeria exam now. You guys read
I
your
know.
brain come. So after the whole thing, her name came out, but my name did not come out. So my mom was like, Chidimma, they've given your results, your grades to someone else. Being the daughter she knows now, she trusts me and all that.
Yeah,
So
because you're brainy.
we started looking at going to Ghana, University of Lagoon. I think that yeah, University of Lagoon, Ghana. But the tuition fee for medicine and surgery then was alarming. So that I could remember vividly well. I went to church. That that should be Wednesday service. So I met this guy. No, no, I went to church on Wednesday. So after midweek program, so I was telling
Yeah.
one of my friend Ike what happened. Nigeria, I check your result through newspaper, UNN. I couldn't see my name. So he said, don't let that weigh you down. He gave me his own advice. So that same week on Sunday, a guy, Namchi, you know Namchi, right?
I
Namchi
know.
now came to church and gave testimony about Philippines, how he graduated from Philippines as a medical lab student. And I was like, okay, this is it. I went home, I spoke to my mom about it. Mommy, I cannot go to Ghana anymore. I had opportunity to go to Ghana, Russia, and Ukraine. These are the three
Oh,
countries I wanted to go
okay.
and get my medicine done. But babes, the money was something else.
Okay.
So Philippines was actually the best option then. And we don't have the money then actually. But one thing led to another, blah blah blah. My elder sister was able to raise the money for visa and other things. I found myself in Philippines March 2014. It took me literally like 5 months.
To
Was it five
process it.
months? Was it? I don't think it was up 5 months. Maybe 3 to 4 months to just everything, schooling in Nigeria, schooling in Ukraine, and all that. I saw myself in the Philippines.
So I want to say that it's good to sometimes share testimonies, just because you don't
Yeah,
know who might be blessed from our testimonies. If that guy didn't share his testimony about the Philippines, you wouldn't have known, right?
I
So
was already
that
giving.
is good.
I was already giving him. Yeah.
And before we continue, what's the meaning of your name, Chidimma?
God is good all the
Amen.
time. God is good.
So, um, when you got to the Philippines, how was it to you? How did you see it? The first time you
Okay.
arrived.
Okay. My first time in the Philippines, we came. We were four friends. No, not really friends. We all met. The same guy helped us to get admission.
Sorry. Hmm.
So we were four. We arrived Manila. Okay, and it's time to eat. The first thing they gave to us, or the first thing we bought at Jollibee. Okay, the first place I had my meal was at Jollibee, and I love spaghetti. I love pasta from Nigeria. So I was thinking it's gonna be the same. So I saw the red stuff on top. I thought it's tomato stew, and I bought this spaghetti. I asked, okay, I want this spaghetti. When they gave me the thing, it was tasting sugar. It was sugary. That was my first experience. And traveling from Manila to Dagupan, because my school was in Dagupan, University of Pangasinan. Traveling to Pangasinan and meeting the school, the environment. Yeah, the school environment is okay, but this. I had this mindset that anything other than Nigeria, abroad is cold. So I came with this big jacket. So Glory, stop laughing. I came with
No,
this
because we all
big
did the
jacket.
same.
I was expecting because I'm not the type that I was actually trying to study the country before coming, trying to check the weather, but I wasn't having the patience to. I believe abroad is abroad, so
Hmm?
it will be snowing, it will be very cold, and getting to Dagupan, that was my first disappointment, though. But what to do? We move.
Move.
We move. We move. It's not bad. It's not bad, bad, bad per se. But I was hyping my spirit that, you know, you're going to America, you're
Abroad.
going to abroad, that thing. But the school was cool. I enjoyed um the classes, though studying medtech is not kinda, it's difficult because it's more like you're studying medicine. I had challenges too, but we scaled through.
Oh, good,
Scaled
good.
through.
So what
Yeah.
about the culture shocks, the people? Apart
Okay.
from that, sugary spaghetti, was there any other food you like?
Oh yeah, I love quite a number of dishes. Like one of my best here, Senegal. I cannot go to. I don't know. Maybe because of this COVID thing, they don't do Senegal anymore in Magina South. I
Hmm.
could I could go to Magina South just to eat one cup of rice and drink a full bowl of Senegal soup. Like I love the sour taste. So the other one is chicken chicken curry.
Adobo.
Yeah, that was
Okay.
actually the second, my second best. Or actually, it was my first best food. I can eat it for anything. Then
Hmm.
the chicken adobo, the cadareta, um, and lugao. On my YouTube
Hmm.
channel, I had
Oh,
lugao as
you
one of
have a
my
YouTube
best food.
channel.
Oh yeah.
So, okay, every Nigerian in the Philippines have a YouTube channel. That's great. That's great. It shows how we are
You
becoming
actually
creative.
encouraged me to start. No, you know how you
So,
pushed me.
so what are your contents on your YouTube channel? Because I know this viewers watching you will be so inquisitive. They want to know what you're putting out there.
Okay, my channel is all about skincare DIYs. I teach how
Okay.
to, because everything I use on my skin, I make them myself, from my
Wow.
soap and my face oil and my whatever. I can give to friends also. So I make them myself. So I love doing things like I love DIYs.
Hmm.
So that's my content basically, skincare and skincare. Yeah.
Okay. So, what was the business you were doing as a foreign student in the Philippines, knowing that there is no job for knowing that you are just a full-time student. So what was the business that you are doing to sustain yourself in the Philippines?
Okay. Story time. 2016 or 17 per se, I dropped out of school because of financial capability. So I had friends that usually ship things from Nigeria to the Philippines to sell. So the things I do with them is I don't buy the things with my money. I'll walk up to you, okay, how much are you selling this? And you say this is 100 peso. I'll tell you, okay, I will sell it for 150 peso. I'll sell it for 200 peso. 100 peso is my own. 100 peso is your own. And we reached the agreement. Secondly, I started making buying things also from Manila, shipped down to Pangasinan, like African food stuff, gari, um, na glory, akam, or cornstarch, right? That's what they call it.
Yeah.
I make that too. Peanuts, like the granuts, Nigerian kind of granuts. I make that too. I sell them in bottle, and that business to people it seemed nothing, but to me it solved a lot of problems. At least out of the 100 pieces, because in 1 kilo of granuts you might buy for 150, and at the end of the day you make about 250 extra gain aside from your costs. So
Yeah.
that 250, now how we used to hide piggy balls and be putting 20 pesos
I know,
inside
my
piggy balls
dear.
and all that. So I used to save in that box, and maybe at the end of the day, at the end of the week, something very urgent might come up that will be need. I'll need
Hmm.
maybe around 1,000, 2,000. So you wonder that 50 peso you're putting in there without you
Mm.
knowing,
Mm.
you did something that helped you to solve your problem at that moment. And one of
Yeah.
the breakthrough I had then was, Glow, you remember 2017, 2018, literally, I came back from Baguio. I was not going to school then. That was when
Yeah.
you accommodated me in your house. Thank you. I've not said, let me say it openly now. Thank you very, very, very much. You were like, then I don't know what I would have done that period. I stayed in your house. We both had nothing. We had nothing financially, but you were just like a shoulder I could lean on that period. So I had nowhere to go to. I wasn't going to school. I came back from Baguio. I stayed almost 1 year in Baguio without going to school, selling peanuts, selling a gari to raise money, and I decided to come back to Pangasinan to start all over again. So there was no money to get a house, and you just, she come and stay here. Make we stay together. If na rice we see, make we chop. If na magic syrup we see, more use am cook food. That meant that meant a whole lot to me that period.
You're welcome.
And you, the first Filipino I braided, you taught me how to make hair. What's her name again? Um, Shane. I've forgotten her name. You brought her to my house. That you were success was still very small then. So you said, she, this girl wants to make hair and it's 5,000 peso. Let's do it together and we'll share the money. I did not do much because I did not know how to hold Filipino hair. But you taught me. And at the end of the day, you shared the money equally, even without me doing much. That was how I picked up. I started making braids. And that braid, to God be the glory, saw me through school. Like, I can't even count how many times I asked home to send me money. Yeah, a lot of Pastor Ngozi helped me. He helped to some of my friends, but you know me now, I don't mind. I work. So
Okay.
you braid Filipinos, I braided them. I can go to anywhere, Pangasinan, Manila, Zambales, Olongapo,
I
just to do
know.
that. And
Yeah.
God helps me. Here I am. I'm a graduate.
So so you graduated.
I'm a graduate. During my internship, actually, I had challenges too. During my internship, you pay your internship fee. My tuition fee there was about 52,000, 52 or 55,000 peso. It was like hell. But I do have my internship maybe 8 a.m. If my duty that day is 8 a.m. to 8 p.m., I will schedule my clients. If you're in Manila, I will schedule making your braids 2 a.m.
I have a question. Why were you not getting financial support from Nigeria?
I was, when I came, I was, from my family, from my sisters. That was when Goodluck Jonathan was the president.
Yeah.
So our
I
current
know when he was the
president,
president, things were good. Yeah.
we had no problems per se then. But the current president right now made
Muhammad
things,
Buhari.
worry made things so difficult for us.
For
And
everybody.
being the second child that I am, I'm the second child. My family helps, but there is an extent someone's strength could not carry, and the exchange rate then was so alarming. No matter,
Yeah.
even though they try to send, okay, you can imagine when your tuition fee is 52,000 pesos, that's about 510,000 naira. Haba. The manager send you 100,000 naira. If the manager send you 100,000 naira, it's just 10,000 pesos. Like that's just your house rent
And
and
you still
food.
have to pay rent, garbage, water, electricity, transportation, food. You won't include buying of clothes because you're not
Oh
you'll
my
be
God!
wearing the old
Don't be
clothes.
get okay, go buy 100 pesos Korean now. Can't lose, you
Okay,
carry your own
okay.
bag. You want to carry, you carry, and buy anything. But looking
Oh,
back, like it's just like a testimony and seeing how far you've gone. You as
so
you,
you
Glory, I know you, like see how far you've gone now. You'll be like, God is faithful in everything.
you will share your own story soon. Look at you sharing your own story. Did you, when exchange rate was bad, did you ever thought that you could pass through that um difficulty? Because I remember that time we all thought that the whole world has come to an end. How are we gonna survive? But if you check on the brighter side, you'll know that we human beings, we have this tendency to adapt in any situation we find ourselves, and we all adapted. Look at you today, you
We,
paid your tuition fee by yourself, and I could remember you still sending little money home in a country whereby
yeah,
you don't have a working visa. I think during this interview, I think a lot of people will be inspired by you. They will. You are a strong woman, and I'm praying that your YouTube channel will do great and your business will do great so that you can,
yeah,
become more successful, because we all deserve to be successful in it. We're not asking for
yeah,
too much. We just want to be successful because this life is beautiful, and so that we can help others as well, right? I know you can do it. Look at you. Look at you. So,
God is faithful, my dear.
what advice do you have for any foreigner out there that is planning to come abroad and study, especially in a country where there is no job? Would you advise someone to come and study in a country whereby there is no job, considering what you've gone through in Philippines?
Okay, I didn't. Okay, before coming to Philippines, I never thought for one day or any seconds that life would put me through what I went through.
Mm-hmm.
But at the time I got to that stage, at the time I got to that stage, I became stronger than I could imagine, like before. Okay, now what I would say to someone planning to go outside your hometown, outside your country, be it Nigeria or any country, especially to a country where there is no job for students.
Sorry?
What so I mean
Especially,
especially a country where there is no job for students,
yeah, yeah,
for foreign students. What saw me through and what saw you through as glory was the handwork, the training you give to yourself, even before leaving your country. I never knew how to braid. You taught me how to braid, and I learned a lot also from YouTube. I braid myself, I braid my roommates then. So if you want to come to a country where there is no job, I would advise anybody learn to do something for yourself. Like learn to work with your hand, even though it's not braiding. There are some Nigerians I know here right now, they make clothes, they make African dresses. Some I know this they buy things online and sell. Just be creative. It mustn't be a white collar job. It mustn't be someone employing you or anything. Just be
true.
creative. Think, sit down and think for yourself. What can I do to help myself out of this situation? Because always going out looking for money from others may not be a constant thing. You might be asking them and asking and asking. One day they will
It's
say
true.
no. And that
True.
day they will say no might be the day you
You
needed
needed
this
it
the
more.
help
Ah,
so bad. So just try and
have
see.
something doing.
There's no big girl or big boy in doing business. So me, as
True.
far as that thing will bring money to my table,
You
and
don't
as
mind
far as it's
doing.
not something that can kill anybody or do anything evil to anybody, I don't
Yeah,
mind doing it. I don't mind doing it. So that's just it. Just try. Don't be the type that will sit. I'm in a country they don't give job, and you now sit in your house and fold your legs, and
true,
any dick can harry that pass, you go and get money from them and all that.
true.
Will not always be. You
Yeah,
can help yourself. The world is already um on the internet. Like everything we do now is on internet. You
true.
can Instagram, anywhere you can help somebody to make. You can be an assistant to somebody, and you get paid. So that's just my advice.
Thank you so much for that advice. I think we've come to the end of this interview. It was short, but wow, thank you so much for your powerful words of encouragement. Thank you for sharing your experience with us in the Philippines with us. And if you're out there watching us right now, I don't know what you're going through. Just hang it on there.
Mabuhay
Everything will be all
Philippines.
right. Mabuhay. You know how to speak
Mabuhay
Tagalog?
Philippines. I don't know how to speak. Like
Konti
I
lang.
understand.
You
Yeah,
understand?
I just understand them. I don't know how to speak it.
Okay, there.
Nice to meet you, Glory.
Nice to see you too.